Do I really prefer Abuja to Lagos? Let's find out in the course of this video. Hi my family members, so in today's video we will be talking about the visible differences I could see with my two koro eyes between Abuja and Lagos. Yes, I know I did not go to all the places I plan to visit in Abuja nor Lagos, but I'm talking based on the little I saw. And another thing I want to say is that in the course of this video, I am not trying to bash a particular country, a particular city. So those of you warriors in the comment section, I do not want people to start fighting under the comment section of this video, because there are some people who are just waiting. They are just on the streets of YouTube, sitting and tapping their legs, waiting for you to mention something so that they can take it out of context, blow it out of proportion, and try to make it look like you've painted your country in a bad light, or you've painted a particular group of people in a bad light, or you have painted a city in a bad light, and they will just come for you. This is not what I'm looking for in this particular video. So if you're one of those people who are just waiting, tapping your legs like this, waiting to start a fight, I think you should just click out in this video at this point. Just click out. You are free to defend your city peacefully in the comment section without making it chaotic, okay? Just so we have that clear. You all know how married people are in marriage. They are both different and they both have their weaknesses and their strengths. They complement each other, where this one is strong, this one is weak. They come together and make that union a very powerful union. That is the case for Abuja and Lagos. They equally have their own strengths and weaknesses. And I think if you put them together, this one's strengths will cover up for this one's weakness, and together they make a better and stronger Nigeria. That's what I personally think. So the first difference that I could see with my eyes, I mean, if you had watched all my Abuja videos, I mentioned it over and over again. Obviously are the roads, the nature of the roads in Abuja. Now mind you, Lagos has roads. Lagos has really good roads as well. You all know I saw Lagos roads and I'm like, Cameroon, let me just shut up. We don't have roads. What we have are just potholes in the name of roads. So I was just like, I can't even open my mouth. Like, I feel open up when they talk about countries with roads. I was just quiet and I was like, Lagos has beautiful roads. And somebody actually told me, oh, if you're screaming about Lagos roads like this, what will you do about Abuja roads when you get to see them? I'm like, okay. And I finally saw them. I'm like, okay. Yes, I accept. Like, Abuja has beautiful roads. I mean, the roads are so wide, and for the time when I was there, I did not really experience serious traffic as I had experienced in Lagos. Maybe because the congestion is not so much. I mean, we're going to get into all of that subsequently into this video, but the roads are so wide. I mean, maintenance culture of the road is 100%. Like, they maintain the road. You don't have plenty of potholes on the road. Very few or very minimal, if I could even remember seeing any. I mean, the road is so wide, so beautiful. It's large, and cars on that road it's like they're doing Fast and Furious, pam pam pam, like they're always on high speed. I mean, if you have such good roads and your car is in a good condition, it's in a good shape, why will you not drive like Fast and Furious, right? So it's their advantage that they can drive like that, because they do have such wide roads. Another thing is how peaceful and calm Abuja looks. Once you get into Lagos like this, nobody will need to tell you that you have gotten into Lagos. Abuja just has this calm and serene vibe. I get it that it's an administrative city, so it has to give off that kind of vibe. But again, not every capital of a country gives off that kind of vibes, right? Some capitals of countries are very chaotic. As in, once you get into it, you just start seeing chaos right from the airport. Everywhere is just chaotic. But for them, it looks very orderly. Like, it feels like everybody in Abuja, they're in their right senses. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Like, it just has this calm and serene atmosphere that you can get. Once you get into Lagos, you just start hearing bus conductors shouting. Maryland, 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 Yaba, Ojuelegba, like they're just shouting all of the different places they are going to. So I think that particular shouting is what is causing the noise in Lagos. Because come to think of it, if you get to Lagos and these bus conductors are not shouting, like it's just like everybody, they just drop where they're supposed to drop, they enter, you don't hear any noise, I think Lagos will actually give off that kind of vibe. But just for the fact that these bus conductors and the drivers are always shouting, and then you yourself as a passenger, you equally have to match their energy, because it's either the conductor does not want to give you your change, so you need to shout back for them to know that, okay, this person is serious, you cannot take their money. So you have to match up their energy, you have to shout back for them to give you their change, you literally have to shout for them to even drop you off, or for them to continue. Like when you don't want to leave you halfway, you have to shout at them. Like it's just a lot of shouting happening in Lagos. It's just a lot of shouting happening in Lagos. I mean, everybody is just shouting at the top of their voices to have what they want or what they need. I mean, the Lagos system does not permit you to form ajebota vibes. You cannot even come and you're forming like, I'm soft, I don't know how to talk, like I'm the lady, I'll just sit, cross my hands and my legs, and things will happen the way they are supposed to happen. My brother and sister, Lagos is not a place for you, because you need to match that energy of Lagos. Lagos is such a hustling, bustling place. Everybody's on their toes, everybody's fast, everybody is just going about doing their activities, right? So you too have to match that energy. But I think in Abuja, you can actually have the passenger princess vibe. Even their buses moving on the road, they don't move on the road and they are shouting and screaming at the top of their voices the way Lagos buses do. So you can literally have the passenger princess vibe there, because you just sit quietly, they will not hear your voice at the top of your neck. Now, another thing I noticed is I think food is cheaper in Abuja compared to Lagos. I did not have the opportunity to go to the market to like compare the prices of things there. When I went to eateries to eat, the portion of food they will give me per plate is way more than what they will give me in Lagos per plate. So I'm just guessing that it should be as a result of one side is cheap and the other side is expensive, right? I think their protein meat is really cheap in Abuja compared to Lagos. I mean, my entire stay in Nigeria, once I got into Nigeria, I just did not want to catch chicken for some weird reason. I don't know exactly, but all my cravings just went to beef. I just wanted to eat beef. Any food you're giving me, please don't give me chicken. I did not want to catch chicken. I just wanted to eat beef. And the quantity of beef I would have in per portion of food in Lagos, way different than the portion of beef I got in Abuja, right? Per portion. Maybe because Abuja is closer to the north and meat is cheaper there. If you calculate the cost of transportation to transport the cows from the north to Lagos, I think it's really a lot. So that's why they have to like control all of that, so they make their money and make even profit, right? But overall, even the quantity of rice, right? I think in Lagos they'll give you two scoops of rice per plate, but in Abuja they give you 3 scoops, and not even small spoons. So like their spoons are way different from Lagos spoons. The portion is actually a lot for me. Like the difference was just clear. Food there, the portion they give per plate, way more than what they give in Lagos. I don't know why that is the case. If you know why that is the case, leave it nicely in the comment section. Another thing is when it comes to the cost of transportation, I think Abuja is slightly expensive than Lagos, because when you book an Uber in Abuja, I think Ubers really make so much money in Abuja because they really do not have a lot of buses like that as compared to Lagos. So most people deal with Ubers and all of that. Let's say we're trying to approximate the distance which I will pay an Uber driver in Lagos, maybe 2,500. In Abuja, I'll pay probably 3,000. You get? So I think Uber transportation in Abuja is slightly more expensive than Lagos. I do not know why. And I also think a lot of people in Abuja prefer to have their own cars than Lagos. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of people in Lagos have cars, like a whole lot. But in Abuja, the people in Abuja, like my friend in Abuja told me that it's cheaper for you to have your own car in Abuja, because I mean, the place is just so big, so wide. If you have to go to one end, the money you will spend in Uber or on Uber to pay your transportation to transport you to a particular place and back to your house is so much money. If you have to calculate that money all the time, it's just preferable you get your own car so that you can be transporting yourself up and about. And their roads are really like this. When it comes to private cars, all you can see are a lot of private cars. You rarely find buses. I mean, you have very few buses on the road in congestion, as opposed to Lagos, where once you get to Lagos like this, you just start seeing these their yellow buses. And I think this is like the mark to make you know that you have entered Lagos. These their yellow buses. I mean, even at the art gallery, any picture that they want to paint depicting Lagos, he always has this their yellow buses. And then you just see people. I mean, if you want to paint Lagos, it's easy. You just put yellow buses and a lot of people together, jam packed. Everybody can tell this is Lagos. So I think the yellow buses for Lagos is even their identity. I heard that they want to actually like eradicate the yellow buses from Lagos to give the town like a very clean feel. Like those buses are old, so they said they want to take them out, and then they are importing, is it 2,000 cars they said, or it's 200? I don't know, I cannot remember exactly. But the woman at Nikkei Art Gallery was explaining that to me when I wanted to get like the yellow bus for souvenir. I wanted to get that for souvenir. She was explaining to me that, oh, they are importing some other vehicles, want to clear out those yellow buses, so maybe in a few years time I'll come back to Lagos and I will not be able to find the yellow buses available again. And I'm like, okay, I hear you, but I'm going to take the souvenir so that it reminds me that I visited Lagos at the time when the yellow buses were still functioning, right? Now another thing also is obviously the population. I mean, on the streets, the population on the streets in Lagos, you just see a lot of people. You don't know where they are going to, you don't know where they are coming from. It almost feels like school has closed. You know, when school has closed or church has closed, a meeting has closed, and then you just see population on the road. In Lagos, it's not even the case of church has closed or school. There's just constant population on the road. I don't even know where they're going to, where they're coming from. Everybody is just moving. If you stand at the bridge, like I stood at Oshodi Bridge, my God, on a working day, during working hour, and the amount of people I saw, everybody is just busy, everybody is just moving. And I had to turn and ask my friend Ben, like, all of these people, they're not going to work. Don't they have work? And he was like, when I hear that there is gross unemployment rates in Nigeria, what do I think? People are hustling. How many people have office jobs here? Everybody is going about their activities. People are going to the markets. Like, everybody is just hustling. My God, the population of human beings you will find on the road in Lagos, very, very amusing. Like, you just see all of these people on the road, and everybody's moving very fast. You're just seeing traffic in and out. People are going, some people are going down, some people are coming up. There is just a lot of traffic with human beings. In Abuja, that's not the case. So I could hardly find that amount of people I saw in Lagos on the streets of Abuja, especially during working hours, right? I mean, when offices are closed around 5, I saw a couple of people standing by the road to get cars going back home. But the population cannot even be compared to 1/4 of the population that you see on Lagos roads. My God, Lagos has human beings. Hey God. Lagos has human beings, a lot of people. And I understand that both Nigerians are in that place, foreigners like some of us who came there for visiting. I mean, Lagos is like economic capital, right? So a lot of foreigners get into Lagos to come and buy goods to take back to their country. I noticed this at Ojota market when I went there. I mean, people leave their different countries to come and buy containers from Nigeria, and I'm like, wow. Because at some point when I got into that market, I was like, do these people even make money? Like, just selling containers, empty containers, are you guys even making money? But I was shocked to realize that people live from different parts of the continent to actually come to Nigeria and buy those containers. So they make so much money. So I understand that Lagos should have that kind of population, because only the inhabitants on their own, they're already enough to say that Lagos has overpopulation. Talk less of people who are getting into the country, right? a lot of people. Like Lagos just has a lot of people on the road compared to Abuja. Be it in the morning, be it in the afternoon, under rain, under sun, under any kind of weather, you will find people on the roads in Lagos, people on the streets. But Abuja, one small rain just makes cha 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 cha. Everybody, like, the roads are clear. Another thing is, when it comes to the cost of living in terms of housing, I think Abuja houses are slightly more expensive than Lagos, but they do have more space than Lagos houses, right? Like how much you pay for what we call here a studio, a parlor, a kitchen, a toilet, and a bedroom. The amount of money you pay in Lagos for that, in Abuja you pay slightly a little bit over that, but just that their spacing is more. Like Lagos housing spacing, yeah, it's so tiny. Like that bedroom, once your bed fits inside, right, that's about it. I understand that there are more expensive houses in Lagos that have more spacing, but I'm talking like of the average house on the mainland, right? On the mainland, because I got to see all my friends is moving into a new apartment, so I got to see the apartment and how much he paid for it, and I compared it with what my friend is paying in Abuja. It's way more than that. I mean, slightly above that, but the spacing is better. And again, Abuja houses, most of them are in estate, right? My friend in Abuja was staying in an estate, right? So I think inside their rent, they are paying for the security of the estate. They are paying light and water. So I think all of these amenities, they have considered it, factored it, and put it into the rent. So once you're paying the rent, you're paying for all of these amenities as well. And they also have like cleanliness. They have a particular amount they put into their rent for the general cleaning of the estate, where they pay people to sweep the streets of the estate, cut the grass, all of that maintenance, general maintenance of the estate. So I understand that all of these things put together is what is making Abuja's rent slightly expensive. Now I don't know if maybe if he was staying in a house that is not in an estate, maybe it will be about the same amount that my friend in Lagos is paying for his own apartment. I do not know. Maybe it's the estate bills that have added up to make his house rent expensive, but I don't know. But I'm just saying. But I think that Abuja gives a better quality of life compared to Lagos, and it equally has a very beautiful, breathtaking landscape. The fact that Abuja was planned from scratch actually gives it the upper hand over Lagos, because the city is very beautiful. I mean, they were so intentional in the planning. They have greenery. The greenery of the city makes it really, really beautiful, pleasant to the eye to see. It gives you a beautiful view, as opposed to Lagos, where you really cannot find a lot of greenery. Lagos equally has its own things that make the city amazing, like the beautiful skyscrapers and all of that. In a summary, if you're the kind of entrepreneurial person who likes the bustling city lifestyle, Lagos is definitely the place for you. But if you're one for a serene, calm, administrative-like lifestyle, Abuja is definitely the place. But as for me, your girl, I'll let you know in the next video. Thank you so much for watching till this point. I'll definitely see you all unfailingly by the help of God on my next one. Please subscribe before heading out, okay? Bye bye. Then the times when you want chaotic, Lagos is the place. Open the gate. No, why you know what to interrupt? So you think I'll not talk? Please pause me that video there. I don't feel good nothing for talk again. No, in front. Eh? I finish the one where the fate talk for you. You can't distract me. Small thing I don't feel again, and you don't can move me for thoughts. Ciao. Elomo Carol, if you're there from beginning, no. I don't trust her for even don't film even one video.